Hi, I'm John Harrington, and we're going to break out and break down the wide variety of equipment we use to deliver images to our clients. Next, we're going to show you one of the equipment kits we use when we're traveling on assignment. Each kit is different and serves a very specific purpose, so let's take a look. The Rololights are a continuous light source that we're using a great deal. We really like them because they don't have to pop, especially when we're doing subject portraits where they're not used to having their portrait taken. Let me show you inside a Rololight kit. It's a nice little traveling case. Rololight end unzips. We put together two pouches, a standard pouch and a backup pouch. In addition, in here is our light tools. We'll show you that in a second. The Rololight comes out of this travel tube. And it's all balled up nice and tight. These are also for the light tools. We'll show you that in a second. But the Rololight very easily, very quickly will come together. Just work back and forth. The silver bar goes through the top first. Notch locks on one side. Work it tight all the way across. Again, working it across. The notches catch on either side. All of a sudden, you have a very, very thin, rigid panel. The panel is easy, lightweight, easy to work with. You can put it up over your head, down underneath, at a side. This is a really versatile panel. What's really great about this panel, as thin as it is that the panel can actually go up above a subject in an office environment where you only have a 7-foot ceiling, meaning that you can get an overhead hair or rim light on your subject to separate your subject from the background. Now, one of the other really cool things about this is that you can put a set of light tools on here. Take the adapter that you get with light tools. The top adapter goes on. Put it on the other end of the other wand. Now I have 4 points, one on each corner, for the light tools grid to attach to. Here's the light tools grid, designed specifically for this. Goes over one side. Now you can see the grid's on. What's really amazing is still how thin it is. It's still extremely thin. And now what I'm going to do is give you a demonstration when we plug this in of why I really like these lights, and especially with these light tools on. We have totally directional light, which is really amazing because you have full control of the light all the way around. You have full control over the light all the way around, but it goes only where you want it and nowhere else. Now, one of the other things to point out about the light tools is that each of these units is individually ballasted. I can actually take and unplug and jump from one connector to the next, specific lights, and turn them off. And now, you'll see that a couple of the tubes aren't lit, meaning that I can minimize exactly where the light is going and make it do exactly what I want it to do. In addition, with the Rololight, let me go ahead and take off this grid. What's great about this grid is it's flexible. It folds right up onto itself and lets you store it really easily, so it fits nicely and tightly in the case. Now, as I take this grid off, you saw earlier these light tools pieces go on and these silver wands go in. What's really amazing is that if I wanted to, and I do want to from time to time, when I take this apart, I could actually split this entire unit up into 4 pieces right here by taking out this little white strip, and all of a sudden we now have 2 completely separate light tools, each of them individually powerable. Further, the kit comes with separate wands, so I could put a wand in here and a wand in here and make each of these much smaller rigid panels. I can actually go down so far as to actually put one panel in and still power just one panel. What's really nice is I could stick this behind a row of books in a bookcase, or as an accent light underneath a chair or in a desk, a really small place where otherwise I just couldn't get a light. I all of a sudden now can get daylight balanced. Fluorescent is what the technology is, but I could get daylight balanced tubes anywhere I want. In addition, I want you to look around, because for the entire shoot I've actually been using fluorescent lights to the camera's left, to the camera's right and up, as a fill light, and up above me. These lights are really versatile lights, to be sure. Now, the Rololights connect to the light stands in a really simple fashion. On the back of the Rololight is a silver bar. This piece connects through this piece and then simply connects into a Hollywood head, and then this tightens up and fits on top of the light stand. So let me show you how this actually connects into the back of the Rololight. This silver bar slides into a slot on the back of the unit, lines up with this hole or any other hole along the axis, once it's in and it's rigid, it goes anywhere we want. Now, once the Hollywood head connects onto the back, as I showed you earlier, you are ready to go and connect on the top of any light stand. So that's how the Rololight connects to a standard light stand. So these are the Rololights, which is amazing because they call Rololights because they do roll up, but they're very flexible. So you don't have to use them in the rigid form. You can use them in a flexible form, hanging them longer to make it a longer light, if you're longer light source. They're all reflective in the middle. Let me pack this up for you. You can see it as we pack it up. We like to load the Rololight kits right in here. Not worried about putting them up next to the fluorescent tube. Haven't had one break yet. Nicely and neatly packed right like that. I'll unplug it now. Because the Rololight folks include a number of accessories, we labeled one of our Eagle Creek pouches that we got from the Container Store backup pouch because it's got all sorts of additional wiring and connections. So that slips in there. Our primary pouch, which has the wands that you connect the Rololights to your light stands with. They tuck in there as well. All nicely and neatly packed in. We have several of them for the various shoots that we go on. You might be able to see here they're labeled Extra 1, our backlight. This is our kicker light. Separates the subject from the background. Here's our extra 2 light. Our main light source. And one more as a backup. So we have 6 Rololight packs, more than enough for any shoot that we're working on, including backups, including this one.